This woman who Antonio Brown exposed himself to at a hotel pool.
Yuck.
He's a football player. Exposed himself to stunned guests at a hotel pool.
He showed them his football.
One more. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder where this was. This is a random woman. And then he
This is in Dubai, and I think he peed on her too.
She's like clearly trying to get away from him.
He dunked her.
He's waterboarding her.
What team did this guy play for?
Who does that?
Oh my god. And then he goes above the surface. Wow. This is exciting. Okay. Notorious unsigned NFL bad boy could be flagged for illegal use of his hands and butt. Of the New York Post. Embattled All-Pro receiver Antonio Brown was caught on video shoving his bare buttocks into the face of a stunned woman in an outdoor pool at a swanky Dubai hotel. Damn, that's going on in Dubai. Then lifting his manhood out of the water and whipping it in her direction. That's how you get amoebas in your eye. As wide-eyed vacationers watched in shock, video footage obtained by the Post of the May 14th. Why am I only hearing about this now? Incident at the Armani Hotel Dubai shows Brown, 34, way too close to comfort to the woman who initially laughed off the attention, but quickly swam away to escape the controversial gridiron grate. Eyewitnesses said Brown, whose previous off-the-field antics have gotten him into hot water with the league and the law, and who remains an NFL free agent after bizarrely quitting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the middle of a game last season, had just met the woman, and she was fuming after the encounter. Wow, isn't that flattering when they need that many sensor squares?
That looks huge.
It does.
Like she could have smacked him in the face. I mean, he could have smacked her in the face with that.
This looks like he's just lifting his leg out of the water. Like this could just be like a knee. Brown exposed himself to the woman and these dudes also, and whoever's sitting here. And then was later kicked out of the hotel. In one video, Brown, who is apparently nude, aside from gold chains, is huddled at the edge of the pool with the woman. Then he plants both hands on the pool's deck to lift himself out of the water twice, sticking his butt in the woman's face. I mean, she looks, I know this is blurred, but it looks like she's laughing.
Probably uncomfortably, though.
Yeah.
Like where you're like, what do I do? Oh,
you know what this reminds me of? You know how he's just like flailing his cock out into the open for anyone to gaze upon it? It reminds me of, I don't know if you guys ever have the experience when you have like significant other and then like you're naked because you just got done doing whatever, and like they'll like open the door, like open the window or like some way where like someone could come and see you, and it's because like they're thinking of it through like a guy's point of view of like, oh, I don't care if anyone sees my dick, but it's like, no, my body is sacred. How could you try to show this to strangers? They're not intentionally doing it, but like they're just doing it because like, oh, they don't care if like someone walks in on them.
Thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pet peeve of mine. I hate that. Like, no, close the fucking door.
Don't expose me. Huh. She quickly swam away. In the second video, Brown appears to startle the woman when he tries to tie a headscarf around her head. What? She's able to snap off the scarf, which witnesses said he snatched from another swimmer. Brown then lifts the woman up and tosses her head first into the water like he was spiking a football. The woman rises out of the water, wiping her eyes, and swims to the other side of the pool away from Brown. One man quips, he's waterboarding her, while another sarcastically responds, he's giving her the longboard. This sounds just good, clean fun to me. But in Dubai, that's ballsy. No pun intended. Leaning along the edge of the pool's interior, Brown then grabs his penis, briefly yanks it out of the water in the direction of the woman, causing another man sitting and observing the pool to scream, oh my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he just got hit with a dose of reality. Two eyewitnesses told the Post that Brown continued to flaunt his private parts several times after the recording ended, rudely asking the woman, you want it?
Jesus Christ, dude.
The sources said the woman appeared visibly upset and was later spotted inside the hotel yelling and complaining to others about the incident. A rep for the hotel declined to comment and refused to reveal the woman's identity. He was asked to leave the hotel shortly after the incident.
This is in Dubai?
Yeah.
Isn't it like illegal to even do PDA there, or you get arrested? I heard this on a TikTok,
Is this considered PDA? I guess so.
or maybe
PDA for him.
Right. The complaints include Brown allegedly snubbing UAE dress code costumes by flaunting his bare chest to guests in the hotel and smoking what they believe smelled like marijuana in his room,
Oh my
how would they
God.
know?
which
How
could
did they
violate
know?
the country's law. Now he's an aspiring rap artist. He was there to see Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight in an exhibition. All right, so he's all over the place.
These are the people that go to other countries without looking into what the rules are there. You can get into so much trouble. Some countries will straight up fucking kill you for having weed and like go to jail. And then it's this big, and here it's this outcry for what's her name, Brittany, whatever, who's in jail in Russia. But it's like, dude, I don't feel bad. Why would you bring? It's not like she didn't do anything wrong. You can't bring drugs to other countries. It's not okay in so many other countries. It's gnarly. Like, that's
When
so
asked if he
dumb.
condoned stripping in the pool and exposing himself, Brown texted a reporter on Saturday, What you got to do, pussy? You white boys dead already." So that gives you a sense of the caliber person this is. Yeah, I think whatever jam he gets himself in, he can probably just pay his way out of it and doesn't care.
I
This
guess,
is
jeez.
kind of funny though.
It's hilarious. It's ridiculous.
Like, I feel like the New York Post used up their monthly allowance of censor squares on him. Oh my goodness. What would you guys do? I mean, I guess in that situation you're shocked and you freeze. But it is jarring. Like, no one's prepared to see a naked dick floating around. Especially not in Dubai.
I think at that point I'd probably be like, dude, what the fuck? And get out of the pool. Like, that'd probably be it.
I think you just leave because he's clearly getting off on it. Why would you want to contribute to that?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
I've been flashed before by a flasher.
Have you?
What?
Same.
Yeah. So I was at the Comedy Store in Hollywood, and this Prius pulls up, and there was a guy in the Prius. It was like in the street, and he calls me over, and I thought it was like a comedian or somebody I knew. So I go over, and he's literally just in his car, just going at it. And then he just takes off, and I run away, and I run back to the Comedy Store, and I'm like, this dude just like jerked off in front of me. And so they took me to security, and we watched on the footage. It's so funny. You like see me go to the car, and then you see me like hobble away. It was really funny. But yeah, I was like, it was really kind of traumatizing, actually.
Yeah, I
What
had
happened to you,
one
Brittany?
similar. Mine was worse. So I wish I had your scenario instead, because
The
this guy
Prius
is straight.
predator.
Huh?
He was
The
driving a
Prius
Prius.
predator.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah, he was the
felt
Prius
safer
predator.
with
Yeah,
the
he had
Prius.
glasses on too.
That's
Ugh,
creepy.
what a
Wait, how
nerd.
old was yours?
He was like in his 30s. He looked like a guy who just got off work, like a regular dude. He even had hair.
See, in my scenario, mine didn't look like that. He was like old. Okay, so here's what happened. So I was coming back from a date, literally coming back from like a third date, went well,
Ooh.
and I was on my way back on the subway, and I got to get my Metro card out, but I have coffee in my hands, so I have to put down the coffee and then get my card out. So I go down to squat to put it down and get my Metro card out, and as soon as I turn around, this hobo is like, I assume he's homeless. His dick is out in his hand. It's tiny too. It's like this little red knob, and he's jerking, like as if like he's like insinuating that like I want to suck his dick or something. I guess by him doing that, because remember, I'm like crouched to the ground. He's standing and his dick is out, and I turn and it's
How
there.
close was
He was like, he wasn't like here, but he was like, where is like
he? Did he grab
there.
you?
No,
That's
arms
No,
length.
he didn't touch
Pretty
me.
fucking close.
Yeah, he was pretty close. And so
near your
I was
head.
like, I had to calculate in my head really quick. So I was like, okay, well, clearly he's getting off on public exhibition. So it'll turn him off more if I just pretend I didn't see it and walk away. So then that's what I did. Also, he seemed mentally ill. So I don't think there would have actually been a consequence
Yeah.
if I had poured the hot coffee on his dick. I like had to do the
Oh.
calculations really quick in my head.
Maybe he
And
could have
there's no cops
attacked you. He could have just attacked you. You poured that
True.
coffee on him. It could have gave him some like crazy. He could have just gone berserk on you and like just
Crazy dick
straight up
strength.
murked you in the streets. That is
Yeah.
Well, you say that, but then the guy who actually groped me, I proceeded to then chase after him for 10 minutes and yelling at everyone that he had just groped me until the police came. And
Oh
he
my
literally tried to run across the street. I have video of this, by the way. It's on my stream. I talked about it, but
Whoa.
it's he tried to run across the street. Like there's traffic going. I run after him. Like, no, he touched me. Anytime he tries to go to someone for help, he's like literally asking people for help because I'm like publicly shaming him until the police find us. Because I'm like on the phone with them at first, and then I hang up and then I start video recording. So he's literally running
Wow.
from me, like, why are you doing this?
What do you mean?
Wow.
Why, you stupid fuck? Oh my god! I've heard that helps.
On camera. He admitted he did it on camera. They arrested him.
What an
Oh
idiot!
my gosh.
Yeah, it would be funny if he said, "You want cream with that coffee?" I've never had anybody flash me, but I did walk by a man in his car in Queens, like just jerking off in his car in the middle of the day. He was just like looking. I don't know if I was the subject of the jerk or I just happened to walk by.
Like he was already out there. He's like,
Yeah.
my wife hasn't fucked me
He's
in
just like-
years. I can't jerk off in the house. Oh no!
Oh, that's kind of sad.
I know, right?
But at least he was sort of keeping it contained to the car.
I like how we have a scale of intensity. Like there's Chrissie's story where it's like, oh, she was just, it happened to her adjacent. And then Lila's story where the guy like made eye contact with her before speeding off. And then my story where the guy's dick is like within 6 feet. Like I
That's
think within
scary.
like 1, 2, 3 feet. I would say it was within 3 feet of my face.
I don't have any stories like that. Oh God, knock on wood. I'm scared. I go into the city a lot. I haven't had anyone flash me before, or like I haven't seen anyone jerking off in public or anything.
You haven't lived.
Just
Apparently
don't
not.
bend down to get your Metro card, whatever you do.